Okay, this here is Luke. Luke owns Southern Bell Auto Works. He has been a client of ours for, geez, how long has it been at this point, Luke? Like a year, year and a half?
Year and a half, I think.
Year and a half. Yeah, it's been a minute. So we started working with your diesel shop, a while back. Kind of with that, I mean, kind of walk me through what was going on with your marketing before we came in and start working with you.
We had another agency doing our marketing and weren't seeing results. We're spending a lot of money. On paper, the numbers looked okay. The return on what we were spending just wasn't there. We didn't get any intel on the back end of where the money was going. We didn't get reports of our leads. We got nothing.
Got it. So it's really just a kind of a black hole of what was happening then.
Absolutely. I was spending a bunch of money every month and not really seeing a return.
Yeah, because I remember we went in and did the website, and then we rebuilt all your Google ads, launched Facebook ads for you, and then in the last year and a half, I mean, kind of where were we at average monthly revenue wise back then before we started, and where are we at now?
Yeah, we were 50, 60,000 a month back, a year and a half ago, and we're pacing 120, 140,000 a month right now.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so a major difference there. And again, we're spending more on ads, of course, because math, but we haven't spent a ton more on ads with that. We really just got to the root problem of what was going on. I remember looking in there, and a lot of stuff was like going for the emissions testing ads. What you guys had up, which y'all don't do. Because I remember that was a big thing on the old ads for you guys. And then like lead quality then versus now. How have you seen that improve?
Tremendous. Like you said, we were getting a ton of emissions related calls for people not even in our county. Our county doesn't require emissions. So where that was even coming from, I have no idea. But that's gone away. Early on, we had to weed out a bunch of the spam stuff that was still left over. That's all gone. 95% of the leads we get convert. Whether they convert now or they convert 6 months down the road, they end up converting. Obviously, cost is a thing. In our industry. So we can't control that. But 9 times out of 10, when a customer calls in to inquire about a service, they know typically what it's going to cost and it ends up converting at some point.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And I mean, with that too, I'm curious to hear your thoughts here. Like, because again, before we came on, you were just doing the Google pay-per-click ads, and now we launched the full authority building side of the Facebook ads too. How have you seen that like change the customer perception with your shop? People calling in, mentioning they've seen your ads. Can you kind of walk me through that a little bit?
It's been crazy. The amount of people that know me before I know them, the amount of times a customer walks through my door and says, "You're the guy off Facebook. You're the guy off the internet. You're the guy I've seen here." Yeah, that's me. It's a trust thing. They see what we do. It's not just promoting the banner of the shop. It's putting my face in front of a truck, walking around the shop, showing what we do, hands-on with what we do.
Yeah, I think that's something in this industry. Just it's unfortunately there's a lot of shops out there that just don't do good work. And I think that when you're the first shop that does good work and can actually capitalize on it with good marketing content, because most shops just don't do that, that's where, again, people they come in, they see you, they associate a face to the ad, to the business. And then when you talk with them and close them, they're like, oh, dude, I get like the warm and fuzzies from it because it's the guy from the ad, right? Even though, again, we're not putting you on television. We're just running Facebook ads, but people still resonate with it a ton. And then too, I mean, after we've really kind of refined our process working with you, kind of building this out over time. I know we recently just rolled out the automated SMS reactivation stuff on the back end for like those leads that have churned out. Can you kind of walk me through at least how that's impacted you guys? I know you said you've gotten some business from that as well.
We've done tremendous with that. The reactivation stuff from people that honestly I didn't have the time to reach out to on a day-to-day basis and try to reactivate. The automation stuff's been awesome. Granted, some customers have gotten stuff taken care of. Some people just, it's still not in the budget. Some people don't even have that truck anymore. There has been a conversion rate there, and that's just money that we really wrote off, not having to put a ton of legwork in for it.
Got it. Yeah, that's I think one of the biggest things we recently cracked for that was just rolling that out because yeah, again, it takes you all you gotta do is answer them after they're interested again. And if they're interested again, there's a good chance we get them coming in the door. If they text us out of the blue after 2 months and we hit them with one of those texts and they're back interested again, they usually does help out pretty well for us there. And then I guess too, one question here is like seeing where your shop is going the last year and a half or so. I just want to kind of see from you, like where are we looking to go in that next year and a half?
Almost doubled where we were from where we started to where we are now. And actually, I think we'll over double now. But just keep growing. There's a certain point. it becomes way too much for one person to handle, but continue to grow this side of things and try to double where we are now.
Awesome. We can definitely do that. Then I guess the last question I have for you is if there was another diesel shop that is not in your service area, another specialty shop, would you recommend them to come work with us?
Absolutely. I think the biggest misconception in all the blue collar mechanical side of things is that you don't need marketing. Good work in turn leads to more work, and that's so far from the truth. You can do great work, but if nobody knows about you, those doors are going to close very shortly. Mouth only gets you so far these days. It's pretty bad when you go home and you don't even talk to your neighbor anymore. You can't rely on word of mouth. It doesn't work that way. 90% of people are glued to their cell phones. And the more you put your face in front of somebody, the more likely they are to remember you and remember your services and remember what you do, whether good or bad. Doing good work, yes, in turn leads to more business, but you have to put your face out there and put yourself out there in order to get that work.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. That's one of the biggest conversations I have with people is like, you can grow with word of mouth at a snail's pace and you'll get some business from it. Don't get me wrong. And good word of mouth is required to keep the business doing well. But to actually get the growth where we're going to see a line like this and not like this over time, you need to do social media ads now. It just is required. And it clearly works. It's worked for you. So that's kind of, I guess, all it is. So I appreciate you taking the time to do this little kind of testimonial sit down with me.
For sure.
Sounds good.